Please take her instead of me, Charlotte whispered through sobs, her hands clutching Abigail's as the storm raged outside the ranch house. The rancher, her father, froze in the doorway, his weathered face a mask of conflict under the flickering lantern light. In that endless silence he stepped forward, not to condemn, but to shield them both from the world's cruel judgment. Charlotte had always known the vast Montana skies held secrets bigger than the mountains that framed them. Born on the sprawling Whitaker Ranch, she grew up riding horses at dawn, her boots kicking up dust on trails that wound through endless fields of golden wheat. But beneath the rugged beauty of it all lay a restlessness she couldn't name until she met Abigail. It was summer 2015 at the county fair in Billings. Charlotte, then 22, was manning the Whitaker booth, selling jars of homemade preserves under a canopy of red, white, and blue banners. The air buzzed with laughter, carnival music, and the sizzle of funnel cakes. That's when Abigail appeared, like a fresh breeze cutting through the heat. She was 21, visiting from Seattle for a journalism internship at the local paper, her dark curls framing a face full of curiosity and quiet fire. "These look delicious," Abigail said, picking up a jar of strawberry jam, her green eyes sparkling. Charlotte felt a jolt, something electric in that simple exchange. They talked for hours that day, about the ranch life versus city hustle, dreams of travel, and the pull of roots that wouldn't let go. By evening, as fireworks lit the sky, they shared a stolen glance that promised more. Their friendship blossomed quickly. Abigail rented a small cabin on the outskirts of town, and Charlotte found excuses to visit, bringing fresh eggs or inviting her for trail rides. Under the endless blue, they'd talk about everything. Charlotte's strained relationship with her widowed father Elias, the stoic rancher who ruled Whitaker with an iron fist softened only by grief over his late wife. Abigail's own battles with a conservative family back home who expected her to settle down with a nice boy. One crisp autumn evening, as leaves turned fiery red, they sat by a bonfire on the ranch. The flames danced in Abigail's eyes and Charlotte leaned in, her heart pounding. Their first kiss was tentative, then all-consuming, a revelation under the stars. "I've never felt this way," Charlotte murmured, her voice trembling. Abigail pulled her closer. "Neither have I. This feels right." But in the heartland of America, where traditions ran deep as the rivers, their love was a spark in dry grass. Whispers started in town, subtle at first. Charlotte's best friend from high school, Mia, noticed the way they looked at each other. Mia, married young and tied to the church, confronted Charlotte one day at the feed store. "People are talking, Char. Is there something going on with that city girl?" Charlotte denied it, fear twisting her gut. But the denial felt like betrayal. That night, she confessed everything to Abigail. "I can't hide anymore," she said, tears streaming. Abigail held her. "We don't have to. We'll face it together." Elias remained oblivious, buried in ranch work. He was a man of few words, shaped by loss. His wife gone to cancer when Charlotte was 10. He raised her with love wrapped in silence, teaching her to rope calves and fix fences, but emotions were foreign territory. As winter blanketed the ranch in snow, their relationship deepened. Stolen moments in the barn, laughter echoing in the empty fields. Abigail wrote articles about rural life, drawing inspiration from Charlotte's world. They dreamed of a future, maybe buying a small plot, building a life away from prying eyes. But conflict brewed. Mia, feeling a mix of jealousy and moral outrage, spread rumors. Soon the town buzzed. At church, stares followed Charlotte. Elias caught wind one stormy night when a neighbor dropped by with concerns. He confronted Charlotte in the kitchen, his voice low but thunderous. "Is it true? You and that girl?" Charlotte's world shattered. "Dad, I love her." Elias turned away, silent, storming out into the snow. Abigail arrived later, finding Charlotte broken. "We'll make him understand," she promised. The next day, Elias called a family meeting, just him and Charlotte. "This ain't right," he said gruffly. "Folks here won't accept it." Charlotte pleaded, but he cut her off. "Think about the ranch. Our name." Abigail, sensing the rift, suggested they leave for Seattle. "We can start fresh." But Charlotte couldn't abandon her home. Tension mounted as Christmas approached, the house decorated but joyless. One evening, Mia showed up unannounced, her face twisted. "I did it for your own good," she admitted. revealing she'd told Elias everything. Betrayal hit like a punch. "How could you?" Charlotte yelled. Mia fled, but the damage was done. High winds howled that night, mirroring the storm inside. Abigail comforted Charlotte in the loft, their whispers a lifeline. But downstairs Elias paced, his mind racing. He loved his daughter. More than the land, more than legacy. In the quiet, a decision formed. The new year brought bitter cold to Whitaker Ranch, but the chill between Charlotte and Elias was deeper. He avoided her eyes at breakfast, grunting responses to her attempts at conversation. Abigail became a ghost in their talks, unspoken, yet ever present. Charlotte felt torn. Her heart divided between the woman she loved and the father who'd been her rock. Abigail threw herself into work, her articles gaining traction. One piece on LGBTQ+ struggles in rural America hit close to home, though she kept it anonymous. "This is our story," she told Charlotte one afternoon, as they walked hand in hand through snow-dusted pastures. "But we can't live in shadows forever." Charlotte nodded, but doubt gnawed. "What if he never accepts us?" Abigail squeezed her hand. "Then we choose us." Drama escalated when Mia's husband, a local deputy, got involved. Rumors turned to threats, subtle warnings about unnatural behavior. One night, eggs splattered the cabin Abigail rented. "Go back to the city," scrawled in paint. Terrified, Abigail called Charlotte, who rushed over. They cleaned up together, but fear lingered. "This town is poison," Abigail said, voice breaking. Charlotte held her. "We'll fight it." Elias saw the paint marks the next day when he drove by. His jaw tightened. That evening he cornered Charlotte. "This because of you too?" She nodded defiantly. "Yes. And it's not fair." Elias sighed, rubbing his temples. "Life ain't fair, kid." But seeds of change stirred. Elias remembered his wife, how she dreamed of a world where love wasn't judged. Alone in his study, he pored over old letters, her words echoing, "Let Charlotte be free." Meanwhile, Abigail's family visited unexpectedly. A surprise from Seattle. Her parents, staunch conservatives, sensed something off. Over dinner at a diner, her mother probed, "Any boys in town?" Abigail deflected, but tension built. Later, in private, she came out. "I'm in love with Charlotte." Shock turned to anger. "This is a phase," her father bellowed. They left the next day, cutting ties. Abigail crumbled into Charlotte's arms. "I've lost them." Charlotte's resolve hardened. "You have me." Their bond deepened amid the pain nights spent talking dreams. Traveling to San Francisco, adopting a dog, building a home. Spring thawed the land, but not the conflicts. At the annual ranchers' auction, whispers followed them. Mia approached Charlotte, apologetic. "I was wrong. Jealousy got me." But trust was shattered. "Too late," Charlotte said coldly. Then came the betrayal that nearly broke them. Abigail, stressed, confided in a colleague, a young reporter named Jess. Jess, harboring her own crush, twisted the words and leaked details to the paper's gossip column. The article was veiled but damning. Local rancher's daughter in scandalous affair. The town erupted. Elias faced boycotts, neighbors refusing business. He stormed into the house. "This ends now." Charlotte stood firm. "No, Dad. This is who I am." Abigail, guilt-ridden, offered to leave. "I don't want to ruin your life." Charlotte refused. "You're my life." That night, a mob, emboldened by alcohol, gathered outside the ranch. "Get out!" they shouted, torches flickering. Elias grabbed his rifle, stepping out. Charlotte and Abigail watched from the window, hearts pounding. "Go home," Elias roared. A leader sneered. "Your daughter's a disgrace." Elias aimed skyward, firing a warning shot. "She's my blood. Touch her, and you'll regret it." The crowd dispersed, but the damage lingered. Inside, Elias turned to Charlotte. "I ain't proud of this mess." Tears welled. "But I won't let them hurt you." Abigail whispered thanks, but Elias grunted. "Don't thank me yet." As summer bloomed, healing began. Elias invited Abigail for dinner. Awkward, silent at first. He shared stories of his youth, hinting at regrets. Love's hard enough without folks meddling. Charlotte saw glimmers of acceptance. But highs came with lows. Jess apologized, but Abigail cut ties. Mia tried reconciliation, but scars remained. One evening, under a sunset painting the sky orange, Charlotte proposed, in a way. "Marry me someday." Abigail laughed through tears. Yes. Yet storm clouds gathered anew. Elias fell ill. A heart scare from stress. In the hospital, he confessed to Charlotte. "I was scared of losing you like your mom." She held his hand. "You won't." Recovery brought reflection. Elias met Abigail properly. "You make her happy?" Abigail nodded. "More than anything." He sighed. "Then that's enough." But fate twisted. A fire arson suspected ravaged the barn. Suspicions fell on the mob's remnants. In the ashes, Charlotte despaired. "We've lost everything." Abigail stood strong. "Not each other." Elias, rallying, declared, "We'll rebuild. Together." Rebuilding the barn became a symbol of their resilience. Neighbors, some shamed by Elias's stand, offered help. Hammers echoed across Whitaker Ranch as summer faded into fall. Charlotte and Abigail worked side by side, their love a quiet force amid the chaos. Elias, post-recovery, softened. He shared meals with them, asking about Abigail's writing. "Got talent," he grumbled approvingly. One night, over coffee, he admitted, "Your mom would have liked you, Abigail. Feisty like her." Tears flowed. Charlotte felt a bridge forming. But drama lurked. Abigail's article on rural intolerance went viral, drawing national attention. Reporters descended, turning their private pain public. Protests formed, supporters versus haters. A rally in town square turned ugly, fists flying. Charlotte shielded Abigail from a thrown bottle. "We didn't ask for this," she yelled. Back home, Elias fumed. "This publicity's dangerous." Abigail agreed. "Maybe I should pull the piece." But Charlotte insisted. "No. It's truth." Betrayal struck again from within. Elias's old friend, rancher Tom, revealed he'd fueled the arson rumors to save the Whitaker name. Confronted, Tom spat. "It's unnatural." Elias ended the friendship. Family first. The emotional toll mounted. Abigail battled depression, questioning their path. "Is this worth it?" Charlotte held her through nights of doubt. "You are." A turning point came at Thanksgiving. Elias invited Abigail's estranged parents. A bold move. They arrived wary, but conversations flowed. Stories of love and loss humanized them. By dessert, Abigail's mother hugged her. "We were wrong." Healing rippled. The town shifted slowly. Mia organized a support group, atoning for her role. Charlotte forgave cautiously. Winter returned, blanketing the ranch in peace. Charlotte and Abigail exchanged vows in a private ceremony, Elias officiating, his voice steady. "In sickness and health," he read, eyes misty. But life tested them. Abigail got a job offer, a New York dream gig. "It's temporary," she said. Charlotte panicked. "What if you don't come back?" Arguments flared. "You don't trust me?" Abigail accused. Charlotte snapped. "After everything?" Separation loomed. Abigail left for 3 months, calls strained. Distance bred doubt. Charlotte confided in Elias. "I fear losing her." He nodded. "Love's a risk. But worth it." In New York, Abigail thrived but missed home. A colleague flirted, tempting escape. But memories pulled her back. High drama peaked when a blizzard hit Montana. Charlotte, alone on the ranch, faced a crisis, cattle stranded. Elias injured his leg helping. Abigail, hearing via call, flew back midstorm. Arriving, she found Charlotte exhausted. "I couldn't stay away." They reconciled in the warm kitchen, flames crackling. "We're stronger together." Elias watched, proud. "You two remind me of your mom and me." As spring bloomed again, they planted new roots. Abigail turned down extensions, returning full-time. They adopted a rescue dog, naming him Hope. Conflicts resolved, but scars reminded. At a town festival, old foes apologized. "Live and let live," one said. Charlotte and Abigail's love, once hidden, shone openly. Elias, their guardian, found peace. Yet a final twist. Abigail discovered she was pregnant, via donor. A secret plan they discussed. Joy mixed with fear. "A family," Charlotte whispered. Elias beamed. "Grandpa duties await." The ranch thrived, a beacon of acceptance in America's heartland. With Abigail's pregnancy, the ranch pulsed with new life. Charlotte fussed endlessly. Doctor visits and billings, nursery preparations in the spare room. Elias built a crib from ranch wood, his calloused hands crafting with care. For the little one, he said gruffly, hiding emotion. But worries shadowed joy. Abigail's health dipped. Morning sickness turning severe. Hospital stays followed. Charlotte paced waiting rooms, fear gripping. What if something happens? She confided to Elias. He placed a hand on her shoulder. She's tough. Like you. Drama intensified when old prejudices resurfaced. A local blog post attacked. Unfit parents in our town? Comments flooded, hateful. Abigail, bedridden, read them tearfully. Are we bringing a child into this? Charlotte deleted the app. We'll protect them. Like Dad protected us. Elias rallied allies. At a community meeting he spoke out. My family's my business. Back off. Applause mixed with boos but support grew. Abigail's parents visited, bridging gaps. Her mother knitted blankets, sharing stories. I regret our distance. Forgiveness flowed. As belly swelled, so did bonds. Charlotte and Abigail attended prenatal classes, hands intertwined. Laughter returned, naming debates. Emma for a girl? Or Riley strong? One night, contractions hit early. Panic ensued. Elias drove through rain-slicked roads to the hospital. Breathe, Charlotte urged, holding Abigail's hand. Hours blurred in labor's grip. Elias waited outside, praying silently. Finally, cries echoed. A healthy girl, Sophia. Holding her, Charlotte wept. She's perfect. Abigail smiled weakly. Our miracle. Homecoming was triumphant. Neighbors brought casseroles, some genuine, others curious. Mia stopped by redeemed. Congratulations. Charlotte hugged her. Thanks. Parenthood tested them. Sleepless nights, colic cries. Arguments flared over exhaustion. You don't understand. Abigail snapped once. Charlotte retreated to the barn, tears falling. Elias found her. Marriage partnership ain't easy. Talk it out. They did, emerging stronger. Sophia's first smile melted tensions. Summer brought ranch festivals. They entered as a family, heads high. Whispers faded. Acceptance bloomed. But a betrayal lingered in memory. Jess, the reporter, resurfaced with an apology letter. I was jealous. Abigail forgave, closing chapters. Elias mentored them on ranch life with Sophia. Teach her to ride young. Laughter filled the house. Emotional depths surfaced in quiet talks. Charlotte shared fears of inadequacy. What if I'm not enough? Abigail reassured. You're everything. As fall painted leaves gold, they celebrated anniversaries. Their love, Sophia's birth. Elias hosted a barbecue, toasting to family, however it looks. Conflicts resolved, but life hummed with humanity. A drought hit the ranch, testing resilience. They adapted, innovating irrigation. Abigail resumed writing, children's books now inspired by Sophia. Charlotte managed the ranch, Elias retiring slowly. In evenings they sat on the porch, Sophia toddling. Stars overhead like the night they first kissed. This is our America, Charlotte said. Messy, beautiful. Abigail leaned in. Ours forever. Years unfolded like seasons on Whitaker Ranch. Sophia grew into a spirited 5-year-old, her laughter echoing across fields as she chased chickens or rode ponies with Grandpa Elias. Charlotte and Abigail navigated parenthood's joys and trials, their love a steady anchor in the ever-changing American landscape. But life, true to form, brought new dramas. Elias's health declined, a slow fade from years of hard labor. Doctor visits became routine, his once strong frame weakening. Don't fuss, he'd grumble, but worry etched Charlotte's face. Abigail supported, balancing her budding career as an author. Her book on rural love stories hit shelves, dedicating it to Charlotte. For the one who showed me home. Success drew attention, a book tour loomed. Go, Charlotte urged. We'll manage. But separation stirred old fears. On tour, Abigail faced backlash, protests at signings echoing past hatred. A particularly vicious encounter left her shaken, calling home, voice trembling. It's like before. Charlotte flew out, leaving Elias with trusted hands. In a hotel room they reaffirmed. We're unbreakable, Charlotte said. Returning, they found Elias hospitalized, pneumonia. Rushing to his side, guilt gnawed. Should have stayed, Abigail whispered. Elias waved it off. Live your lives. In quiet moments he shared wisdom. I was wrong at first. But seeing you two, it's taught me love's boundless. Tears flowed. You've protected us always, Charlotte said. Recovery was slow, but Elias rallied for Sophia's sake. Can't miss her growing. As winter approached, a community crisis hit. A wildfire threatened neighboring ranches. Whitaker mobilized, Charlotte leading evacuations. Abigail documented, her words raising aid. In the blaze's aftermath, bonds strengthened. The town, once divided, united. Elias from his chair beamed. See? Change happens. Emotional climax came one stormy night. Elias called them in. I'm proud. But time's short. Diagnosed terminal, months left. Grief hit hard. Charlotte raged at fate. Abigail consoled. Sophia, sensing, hugged tight. Grandpa's strong. They made memories, family trips to Yellowstone, stories by firelight. Elias recounted his life, regrets minimal. You gave me purpose. Betrayal's echo faded. Forgiveness reigned. Mia became a close friend, helping with care. In his final days, Elias gathered them. Protect each other like I did you. To Sophia. Be brave, little one. He passed peacefully under Montana stars. Funeral drew crowds, testament to his quiet heroism. Mourning deepened their love. Charlotte and Abigail leaned on each other, raising Sophia with Elias's spirit. Years later, Sophia, now teen, asked about their story. They shared the plea, silence, protection. It's about love winning, Abigail said. The ranch endured, a haven. Charlotte and Abigail, graying but vibrant, walked hand in hand. Worth every storm, Charlotte murmured. Abigail kissed her. And more. In America's vast heart their tale whispered. Love in all forms prevails, human, resilient, eternal.